What's going on, everybody? Sports Player 2.0 Daniel here. And guys, we went 3-2 in the NHL and 3-4 in the NBA. So we had a good day in the NHL, but a bad day in the NBA. So we need a rebound in the NBA. So let's move on to tomorrow's games. The Golden Knights are going to Arizona to face the Coyotes. The Golden Knights come in at 4-1-0, and the Coyotes come in at 2-2-1. The last game, Arizona won. The last game for these two teams, Arizona won 5-2. So Vegas needs to rebound. The likely starters for this game is Marc-Andre Fleury for the Vegas Golden Knights and Darcy Kempfer for the Arizona Coyotes. And the Vegas Golden Knights are a favorite in this one. Give me the Golden Knights to win this game on the road in Arizona. Next up, we have the Rangers going to Pittsburgh to face the Penguins. The Rangers come in at 1-2-1, and the Penguins come in at 3-2-0. The last game for these two teams they played, and the Pittsburgh Penguins won 4-3 in a shootout. It was a shootout. It ended in a shootout. And the likely starters for this game is Igor Shesterkin for the Rangers and Casey DeSmit for the Pittsburgh Penguins. And the Penguins are a favorite in this one, but give me upset. Give me the Rangers to win this game on the road in Pittsburgh. Next up, we have the Detroit Red Wings going to Chicago to face the Blackhawks. The Red Wings come in at 2-3-0, and the Blackhawks come in at 1-3-1. The last game for these two teams, Chicago won 4-1. So Chicago got their first win last game against these Red Wings by a final score of 4-1. And the likely starters for this game is Thomas Greiss for the Detroit Red Wings and Kevin Lankinen for the Chicago Blackhawks. And the Chicago Blackhawks are a favorite in this one, but give me upset again. Give me the Red Wings to win this game and get revenge on the Blackhawks and win this game on the road in Chicago. Next up, we have the Buffalo Sabres going to Washington to face the Capitals. The Sabres come in at 1-3-1, and the Capitals come in at 3-0-2. The last game for these two teams, Washington won 4-3 in a shootout against the Sabres. They won in a shootout 4-3. And the likely starters for this game is Linus Ullmark for the Buffalo Sabres and Vitek Vankinen for the Washington Capitals. And the Buffalo Sabres are a favorite in this one. Give me the Sabres to win this game on the road in Washington. Next up, we have the Maple Leafs, going to Calgary to face the Flames. The Maple Leafs come in at 4-2-0, and the Flames come in at 2-0-1. The last game for the Toronto Maple Leafs, they won 4-2 versus the Edmonton Oilers. And for Calgary, they won 5-2 to the Edmonton Oilers as well, I think, right? I think so. And the likely starters for this game is Frederik Andersen for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And for Calgary, they have Jacob Markstrom going for them. And Calgary is a favorite in this one. Give me the Flames to win this game at home. Next up, we have the New York Islanders going to New Jersey to face the Devils. The Islanders come in at 3-1-0, and the Devils come in at 2-1-1. The Devils, the last game for these two teams, the Islanders won 4-1, but this game is in New Jersey. The last game was in New York. So this might be a different game because it's in New Jersey. And the likely starters for this game is Semyon Varlamov for the New York Islanders and Scott Wedgwood for the New Jersey Devils. And the New York Islanders are a favorite in this one. Give me the Islanders to win this game on the road in New Jersey. Next up, we have the LA Kings going to St. Louis to face the Blues. The last game for these two teams, they just played today, and the St. Louis Blues won 4-2. They won 4-2. The St. Louis Blues won 4-2. The Kings come in at 1-2-2, and the Blues come in at 3-1-1. And the likely starters for this game is Jonathan Quick for the Los Angeles Kings and Jordan Binnington for the St. Louis Blues. And the St. Louis Blues are a favorite in this one, but give me upset. Give me them Kings to win this game on the road in St. Louis. Next up, we have the San Jose Sharks going to Minnesota to face the Wild. The last game for these two teams, Minnesota won 4-1 against the Sharks. Yep, they beat them. Minnesota won 4-1. And the likely starters for this game is Martin Jones for the San Jose Sharks and Cam Talbot for the Minnesota Wild. And the Minnesota Wild are a favorite in this one. Give me the Wild to win this game at home. Next up, we have the Nashville Predators going to Dallas to face the Stars. The last time these two teams met, they just played on Friday, and the Dallas Stars stomped on the Predators, a football score 7-0. Yep, the Dallas Stars won 7-0, a football score. And the likely starters for this game is UC Saros for the Nashville Predators and Anton Khudobin for the Dallas Stars. So the same two starters, but UC Saros got pulled in the last game, and Dallas Stars are a favorite in this one. But give me upset. Give me the Predators to get revenge. I think the game plan is out for the Stars. The Nashville Predators didn't know what to game plan for the Stars because they didn't play this season at all. So I think the Predators have the game plan now for the Stars, and I think the Predators will win this time. Give me the Predators to win this game on the road in Dallas. Next up, we have the Colorado Avalanche going to Anaheim to face the Ducks. The last game for these two teams, Avalanche won 3-2 in overtime. The Avalanche won 3-2 versus these Ducks in overtime, and the likely starters for this game is Philip Grubauer for the Colorado Avalanche and John Gibson for the Anaheim Ducks. Now, the Avalanche come in at 3-2-0, and the Ducks come in at 1-2-2, and the Colorado Avalanche are a favorite in this one. Give me the Avalanche to win this game on the road in Anaheim. And the final matchup of the day in the NHL, we have the Edmonton Oilers going to Winnipeg to face the Jets. The Oilers come in at 2-4-0, and the Jets come in at 4-1-0. The last game for the Edmonton Oilers, they lost 4-2 to the Toronto Maple Leafs, and the last game for the Winnipeg Jets, they won 4-1 versus the Ottawa Senators. And the likely starters for this game is Mikko Koskinen for the Edmonton Oilers and Connor Hellebuyck for the Winnipeg Jets. And the Edmonton Oilers are a favorite in this one, but give me upset. Give me the Jets to win this game at home. And that does it for the NHL. Let's move on to the NBA. The Knicks are going to Portland to face the Trailblazers. The Knicks come in at 8-9, and the Trailblazers come in at 8-6. And the Portland Trailblazers are a 3.5-point favorite in this one. Give me the Trailblazers to win this game at home. Next up, we have the Tampa Bay Raptors, well, Toronto Raptors, but they're playing in Tampa Bay. The Raptors going to Indiana to face the Pacers. The Raptors come in at 6-9, and the Pacers come in at the opposite, 9-6. And I am going to give this one to the Pacers. Give me the Pacers to win this game at home. Next up, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder going to Los Angeles to face the Clippers. The Thunder come in at 6-8, and the Clippers come in at 12-4. And the Clippers are a 13-point favorite in this one. Give me the Clippers in a money line, but give me the Thunder plus 13. I think the Thunder will keep it closer than 13 points. Last time these two teams met, the Clippers were again favored by 13 points, and they won by 14. This time, I think the Thunder will keep it closer than 13 points, and I will take the money line in the Clippers, but give me the Thunder plus 13. Next up, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers going to Boston to face the Celtics. The Cleveland Cavaliers come in at 8-7, and the Celtics come in at 8-6. Give me the Celtics in this one at home. Next up, we have the Charlotte Hornets going to Orlando to face the Magic. The Hornets come in at 6-9, and the Magic come in at 7-9. And the Orlando Magic are a 1.5 point favorite in this one, but give me upset. Give me the Hornets to win this game on the road in Orlando. Next up, we have the Washington Wizards going to San Antonio to face the Spurs. The Wizards come in at 3-8. And the Spurs come in at 8-8. I think the Spurs will win this one, but I think the Wizards will keep it close. But give me the Spurs here at home. Next up, we have the Hawks going to Milwaukee to face the Bucks. The Hawks come in at 8-7, and the Bucks come in at 9-6. This is going to be a really good game right here, and I think the Bucks will come up on top. Give me the Bucks to win this game at home. And that does it for today's picks for tomorrow's games. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please hit me the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.